I am sorry. Are you okay?
Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm.
He is the fighting pride of Omaha, Nebraska.
He's good at what he do.
Hey, Daddy.
Undefeated WBO lightweight champion of the world.
Hey, Daddy.
Terence Crawford.
BoxingVoice.com. Taking, any credit away from Errol, he's a great fighter. He's good at what he do. But when you compare him to Terence Crawford, there's no comparison.
It's $1 me.
I'm just a better fighter.
BoxingVoice.com.
Sit back and watch this. I promise you something. I promise you something. All that shit you talking don't mean nothing.
Don't mean nothing.
I can bump my guns at you, and you can bump your guns at me, but at the end of the day, them two brothers got to get in the ring.
Hey, Daddy, it's
BoxingVoice.com.
$1 me.
We've been here before. You try to get there. Alright? I can tell you how it is to be undisputed. You can't tell me shit.
This $1. Hey, Daddy.
Y'all support y'all fighter. Let's come together, make this event a success.
BoxingVoice.com.
Everything about Terence Crawford is better than Errol Spence Jr.
BoxingVoice.com. BoxingVoice.com.
Boxing fans, are you ready?
Hey, Daddy.
BoxingVoice.com. 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 What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're here to discuss Teofimo Lopez and his options, or at least where he's throwing his name and what hat it may fall. Looks like he's going to continue to chase Terence Crawford. According to Teofimo, he's willing to go up to 154 pounds to make that Terence Crawford fight. If he can't get that, he's more than okay fighting at 147 versus Brian Norman Jr. So this is what we're here to discuss. If you're interested, feel free to call in and give us your opinion as we are talking Teo throwing his name in the hat for both a Crawford fight at 54 and a Brian Norman fight at 147. Given Teo's, performance in his last two fights against Claggett and Jermaine Ortiz, I don't know that Terence is going to jump on an opportunity to fight Teofimo Lopez. I don't know what he gets out of that. It's not like Teo's been looking good and people are expecting Teo to win. Crawford would be a significant favorite. Teo has not shown that his power carries to 47. We're still trying to figure it out if his power is good at 40. So this might be an uphill battle for Teo. It may be better to set his sights on Brian Norman Jr., but Norman Jr. is a young, hungry dog, and that could also be some issues for Teofimo Lopez. There's really no way of putting it. He's just going to have to get in there with the likes of Norman to prove to us that he can actually defeat a Crawford. Crawford has a lot more physical strength, in-ring experience, So I would do it backwards, but I understand that could ruin everything, right? If he takes on Brian Norman at 47 and doesn't look necessarily good, the Crawford fight at whatever weight could be off the table, right? But on the other hand, if he does take that Norman fight, if he does look good in the Norman fight, that Crawford fight is more believable to the public, hence getting the help from the public to demand that fight with Terence. Right now, Terence eyes are set on bigger and better things, and his fans use that as a defense mechanism. But if Tio were to get that win over Brian Norman Jr. and continue to call out Crawford, those call-outs can't be met with deaf ears, obviously because of the accomplishments. Again, Tio's just a bit up and down with his last two performances over Claggett and Jermaine Ortiz, where some just didn't feel how he looked. Now, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh definitely is a Crawford fan, but he's never mentioned Teofimo's name. Not with Crawford, not separately. I don't know if Mr. Al-Sheikh is a fan of Teofimo Lopez, but Teofimo could use the assistance of Turki Al-Sheikh. If Al-Sheikh were interested in that fight, we'd probably have it already, because you have a willing body and Tio willing to move up and Al-Sheikh willing to throw the money. But Al-Sheikh has never bitten on Tio's, gestures to move up to 47 to face Crawford. Instead, he came out and said he wanted Crawford to fight Boots at 54. So what Tio should do, if he wants to fight Crawford seriously and skip over Norman, is consider 154-pound options. Moving up 2 divisions would make more noise than moving up 1. Guys like Virgil Ortiz are big fights for Tio. Xander Zayas, I don't know how big that is, but it's in-house. Sergey Bokachek, if he could beat Virgil Ortiz or lose, it doesn't matter, right? Tio needs something in that division to prove that he belongs. Tim Tszyu, Erickson Lubin. These are big names and bigger fighters for Tio. When considering those names, is he just seeking out a Terence Crawford fight at 54, or does he really think he can beat 54-pounders like Erickson Lubin, like Sergey Bokachek? I think Xander is the low-hanging fruit on that list. But again, the sheer size of Xander's, I'm not sure Tio can pull away with the win. Will he be a favorite? Quite possibly, because of his experience and accolades. But jumping up 2 weight divisions, I don't know how many people would be willing to pick Tio over Xander Zayas in a fight, over Sergey Bokachuk, over, Virgil Ortiz. How many people are willing to pick him in a fight with Tio or against Tio, right? But once again, this is what we're talking about. If you're interested, you know how to call in to voice your opinion. We have the Discord available. Landline is now available and functioning, waiting for you guys to call in. And we also have Twitter Spaces available as well. Again, Tio's recent performances against Claggett, Jermaine Ortiz, factor in a couple knockdowns with Sandor Martin. Tio needs a big win. Tio needs a big win right now. He needs to show that he is still on that level, that he is still elite. And certainly a win over Brian Norman Jr. does that, but a win over Terence Crawford would send him into the Hall of Fame without a doubt. But I do want your 54-pound options. Since he's willing to go up there, who do you think Tio could make a splash with at 54 in order to get Al-Sheikh's attention and Crawford's attention at 54? That's what we're talking about. Phone lines are open. If you want to call in, number to call, 563-999-3427. Press 1 time. Discord and Twitter Spaces, X Spaces also available. We got Lowe's Nose Boxing. What's going on? You there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yo, you know I got to call it. I'm the only, besides Punch, we're the only two fans Teofimo got, the most hated man in boxing. I said it once and I say it again. I don't like the Bud Crawford fight for Teofimo Lopez. If he wins that fight, I will be surprised. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a Teo fan, but I'm a realistic Teo fan. The Brian Norman Jr. fight, I could see that potentially being a Richard Comey type performance. He's due for a big performance. And I could see him, showing out against Brian Norman Jr. If I'm him and his team, I would just use that as a grab just to go for a belt at 147 if they really want to get the Bud fight. But if that win over Brian Norman is not going to get the Bud fight, then I would just go back down to 140. You got good fights there. You got Pitbull Cruz. Javante Davis ain't that far away. If Devin Haney could reinvent himself, that's a fight that's there. We got Ryan Garcia whenever. Huh? What you say?
Nah, you good.
All right. Yeah, man, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see that fight. And then if you're going to be at 147, like, come on, that means you got to fight Boots. Boots is a nightmare style for Teo because Boots is like a bigger version of Teo in terms of a big man with a lot of athleticism. He's taller. I don't see Teo being able to beat all the top guys at 147. I could see him beating Brian Norman and Barry. Yo, that's static, man. Ness, you hear me?
I hear you, bro.
All right. I could see him beating Brian Norman. I can see Teo beating them other guys, Mario Barrios. I don't see him beating Boots and the Bud Crawford thing. Like I said, he's not gonna go all the way up to the 154 to fight all those guys, man. That's like Bud going up to 168 and fighting Benavidez. Bud got his sights set on Canelo. Teo got his sights set on Bud. But once again, Teo should just grab a belt at 147 just to be a 3-division champion. Go back down to 140 and try to clean that division out, bro. That's how I feel about that, bro. For real, I don't like that stylistic matchup. Bud Crawford is one of the few fighters today that could actually be competitive in any era. That's a bad style matchup for Teo. And this goes to show you that, I'm not being biased, because if I was being biased, I would say and tell you Teo beats everybody. He doesn't. He beats everybody at 140. He doesn't beat everybody at 147. If Jaron Ennis is there or Bud Crawford is waiting for him at 154, I don't like that fight at all, man. They need to pump the brakes. He could really get hurt. I've seen this before, bro. When Meldrick Taylor moved up and fought Terry Norris, he was iced in 4 rounds, bro. He was iced inside 4 rounds. That's a bad style matchup. Bud Crawford has too much more fundamentals. He's bigger, he's stronger, he hits harder, he got better defense. I mean, everything he does, Teo does great. Bud does better, except with the athleticism. That's a terrible matchup. I'm hoping he's clout chasing, but based on Teo's reputation, he don't clout chase. When he calls guys out, he actually fights them. So I believe the call out legit, but I just don't like the move, man. That's coming from me.
All right, Lowe's Nose Boxing, we appreciate you. As always, let's see here. Remember, Discord available, Twitter Spaces available. We got Jay Billy on the check-in. If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. If you don't like the topic, that's because you didn't recommend. We do 2 shows every day. We do need your recommendations. Jay Billy.
Yo.
What up?
Yes, sir. Shout out Ness putting in that work. So what we saying? Teo activated his WBO Super Champ status?
Negative. Just more talk from Teo.
More talk from Teo. The same is the same. Nothing's changed. So I can't really speak too much to Teo, but this is what I do want to talk about: how Oscar De La Hoya is holding up the 135 division and ducking Shakur Stevenson with Williams and Zepeda. Did you see that? Did you see his tweet from earlier?
I mean, the fight's been ordered by the WBC, so it's a matter of Shakur now.
But Oscar said you thought. He said you thought you was about to get William. You feel me? We can go any other way. He's number one in every sanctioning body.
Yeah.
In so many words he said that.
Yeah, no, and he's right. He's right. Like
Come on,
they don't
Ness.
have to take
Come on.
they don't have to take a purse bid, split. They don't like if Shakur don't want to play fair negotiations, Zepeda got bigger options with Loma and with Tank.
I mean, who
they
said
doing-
that Shakur ain't
listen,
gonna play cool in negotiations? Look, Ness,
are they not
this is
doing
all
him a
I'm saying.
favor?
For somebody,
Are they not doing him a favor?
look, especially from somebody that didn't want the fights to be in Saudi Arabia, telling the Turk we need more big fights in America. You holding up one of the biggest fights in the division. You feel me? So how can you speak to that shit and not stand on it? You feel me? You come from the golden era of
I
boxing.
don't know. I think you just late to the party. Like William Zepeda been avoided Shakur. There's nothing new. So did Isa.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, Oscar, you gotta practice what you preach. You feel me? You telling Big Turk to have the big fights out here. Let's have more of the big. I'm glad that you making the big fights, but can we have more out here? You holding up one of the biggest fights in that division from happening. You feel me? You paving for your fighter. I know you're a promoter. I know you're supposed to protect your fighter, but you come from the golden era of boxing where all the best boxers fought each other. So why wouldn't you want the same thing for your fighter? You know what I'm saying?
But
Especially
that's
when
what
you
he's
feel
doing.
like that.
I think that you just upset he's not doing what you want. He's doing what's best for his fighter. What's best for his fighter isn't Shakur. What's best for his fighter is a Tank fight while he's undefeated because you could bounce back just like Frank. Ain't nobody throwing Frank away because he lost to Tank. What's best for his fighter?
Who's gonna throw him away if when he loses to Shakur? Who's gonna throw him away?
What's best for his fighter is to lose to Loma because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like Shakur isn't what's best for William Zepeda.
Come on, Ness. We know he's not getting the Loma fight.
No,
Tank is
but
going to
tell
retire
us.
Loma.
No, you saying come on. You saying come on, but explain to us how Loma and Tank not bigger fights than Shakur.
I didn't say that.
So
but
then
he's not getting the Loma. Look, let me tell you. He's not getting the Loma fight. Tank is going to retire Loma. And then he's going to have to wait, what, a year and a half for a Tank fight? If Tank fights him next?
Negative. If he don't fight Shakur and Loma wins, he got a shot at Loma. If he don't fight Shakur and Loma loses, he got his shot at Tank. It don't matter. He's number one in all three, bruh. He's in the WBC, WBA, and IBF.
I know that's the way it is, but we got to start
you
speaking out against this shit. That's all I'm saying.
You sound biased.
How am I biased?
Because
all I'm saying is I want the best fighters to fight.
You said we enable him when that man put himself in position. He number one in 3 sanctioning bodies, not you or any of your favorite fighters. He did that.
Yeah.
So,
but that's a certified duck,
options.
That's a duck. We got to call it duck.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. He put himself.
How is it not a duck?
Because he put himself in position to go down 3 separate roads.
Man, well, the one opportunity just popped up. Go take it.
Champ,
you know what I'm saying? You put yourself in this position for a
Are you the one paying the sanctioning fees? Are you the one paying? Are you the one paying the sanctioning fees to 3 separate sanctioning bodies? You not. That's
so you gonna keep on doing that instead of going ahead and getting that one title, what you've been waiting for. Just because it's not the right guy. Just because the risk is higher than the reward.
I'm gonna do what's important.
The glory is gonna come
and
after
what's right for me, not what's right for you.
Man. It's not what's right for me, it's what's right for boxing.
Yeah.
What's right for
boxing. What's right for boxing is to sacrifice William Zepeda for the betterment of Shakur.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, right.
Sacrifice. What are we talking about? It's 2 men getting in the ring.
Yeah,
Let's see who's the better man. Oscar, you think you got the better fighter, right? Go ahead and put your fighter in the ring. Unless you don't, so you're trying to get them paid out. So this is what it is. It's a constant cycle. They're trying to get their fighters the biggest payday. They're selling that O. That's all they're doing. They're selling the O. It's no competition. There's no competition in this shit no more. It's all about business now.
You can say what you
That's how it
want,
is, man.
but
We know how it
Loma
is. That's
and
how it
Tank
is.
are bigger fights.
But it's not your time.
And some might argue that Tank is a tougher fight. So I don't even understand these dudes. But I mean, what up?
Yo, what's the issue though? Because I think some people, and maybe I came in on the tail end of it, but Oscar's trying to say like Zepeda doesn't have to fight Shakur. And
I mean, he's
are
number
you agree
one
with that?
I mean, he's number one in 3 separate sanctioning bodies. He don't. He could go down any road, and rightfully so. He's number one in the WBA. So why am I even thinking about Shakur? Because he don't represent the paycheck that Gervonta do. He don't represent the in business clout. Like, I'm gonna get more love from my peers, the writers, the bloggers, the podcasters, and the casual fans for beating Tank Davis and even Vasil, first ballot, Hall of Famer Lomachenko than I am for Shakur. It's just the bottom line truth.
True, but how likely are those fights? And that's the thing. Availability is the key. We don't want him sitting around holding out.
But I mean, if the Shakur fight is likely, then so is the Tank and the Loma, because he's number one in all those respective sanctioning bodies. He's number one in IBF, number one in the WBA, number one in the WBC. He paying sanctioning fees to 3 separate sanctioning bodies. But we sitting here trying to dictate who he fights. We ain't putting no money in the pot. Like, y'all funny. Y'all really funny.
Nah, but look, listen to what I'm saying, though. He could have that situation rolled out, but suppose you got the money, you got the sanctioning fee, you paid it. When you get, give me that Tank Davis, and they're like, no, Tank and Loma, you gotta chill. All right, so no, don't worry about it. I paid for the IBF. Don't worry. Who we got for the IBF? And he shows up and he said, IBF, give me what you got. And they say, now who's the IBF champ? Suppose he's or is he in the WB?
It's Loma.
So they say, look, you can't get IBF either because Loma's busy as well.
But I'm next. I'm next to two. Like, if they fight each other, the fight with one of them is even bigger, don't you get? Like, it's still bigger.
Unless, yeah. All right. I don't know. I feel like.
Listen to this.
Okay, go ahead.
They don't give William the shot. He fights another southpaw, staying ready for southpaw Loma, southpaw Tank. Southpaw Loma and Tank fight each other. We think southpaw Tank's gonna win. William Zepeda still has a shot at Tank. And now Tank is a bigger star because guess what? Now he finally unified. Now he has a Hall of Famer on his name. Now Zepeda fight is bigger than the fucking Shakur fight. It's simple mathematics.
No, I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying what's wrong with Zepeda, because I feel like Oscar jumping out there like immediately before was like, hey, you know what? I'll sign you. I can get the Zepeda fight. And now it's like, look, but we don't have to. I'm just,
Yeah,
how do you get a guy interested in coming over?
I think that is just Oscar showing Shakur, because Shakur's like, man, I ain't got to sign to you to fight Zepeda. And Oscar like, oh, you think? Like, we ain't got options. You think we about to be pushed into a corner? And they not. They not. Listen, I want to sign you, and I'm using my guy as a carrot. I'm going to let some sanctioning body tell me the guy I'm using as a carrot, I can't do it no more. I really got to throw him in the ring. Fuck out of here. I got 2 more options with him to make more money. It's simple math, bro.
Yeah, I can't dispute that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I can't dispute. I just feel like, I don't want it to be a thing to where Shakur is just all of a sudden excluded. Yeah, you got options on the table, but those options, again, I hope that they're more plausible, because then what does it look like for Zepeda sitting around waiting? Then we get the Canelo syndrome, and I get it. Fighters got to look for the best fight, the biggest fight.
Come on, bro. Like, I hear you, but you trying to add spice to it. Zepeda's been busy, and they've been grooming him. His last 3 opponents have been southpaws. Like, he ain't about to sit around and wait on nobody. Like, he trying to get a Tank fight because that's the biggest money fight. Next, biggest legacy fight is Loma. I can't get none of those. Then, yeah, we could talk about Shakur. But I got options. Like, I'm just not understanding.
Well, look.
I don't think that's ducking. Look, did he duck before? Yeah, so did Isak.
But if
But
we're
now he's
talking
just in
about
position.
if we're talking about Loma, unless I'm wrong, it's the timetable. If we're talking about Loma and Tank in November, William going to sit around to win? Like, nah, man. Like, of course, fight Shakur.
But sit
Cause
around. Who's saying sit around? The man just fought and knocked out Giovanni, something nobody did, something Isak Pitbull didn't do. Like, y'all talking about, oh, Shakur. Bruh, why this can't be Marquez Barrera? You know? Like, Eric Morales Barrera. Like, he don't gotta target Shakur. He could be targeting the other fucking Mexican. You understand? Why can't he target Isak? Why can't he do, a trilogy with Isak? Like, y'all think y'all in control of their career. He got more options. Y'all just mad. Y'all trying to find a fight for Shakur that ain't there. If William Zepeda won, he could have an all-Mexican affair. He could invite Navarrete up and go and have a brawl with him. He could go up and fight Isak. And people gonna care. They gonna care about that. So I don't know, man. You can't force Isak. I mean, you can't force Oscar and Zepeda to do anything. They got a network with dates. Like, first of all, who's showing up to the purse bid? Because everybody talking about, they ordered it. I mean, I've read purse bid. So
it's been
who paying for
purse bid has been
Shakur?
ordered.
Who paying for Shakur? Because is Shakur Stevenson Promotions about to bid? Like, Devin Haney Promotions did not bid? Because, I mean, like, we got to wake up. Just because he's a good fighter don't mean he going to get every single favor and everything going to fall in his lap. Like, bro, people out here putting themselves in position for a reason, not just to give up that position and them years of sanctioning fees, bro.
You don't think there's a flip side of Zepeda saying to himself, like, yo, wait till I get my hands on this kid and his name, I could use that? Or is it strictly about
listen,
bigger fight, bigger money?
You and I both know how tough a Shakur fight is, bro. So we, like, it's expected for Oscar to want to put a belt around Zepeda before he even fights Shakur. That's that's one of the toughest fights. That's one of the toughest fights at 35. It's a fight that's supposed to have been for Tank. And this is what I'm saying. Like, Williams said, like Jay, what's his name? Jay Billy calls in here, and he trying to put pressure on Oscar and Zepeda to fight Shakur. You ain't calling when Ness was wilding and everybody was shitting on him when I'm saying Tank should be fighting Shakur, not Loma. Y'all cool with that. Y'all cool with Tank fighting Loma, so you got to be cool with Zepeda doing what the fuck he want. Because y'all not pressuring nobody else. Like, Shakur is Tank problems. Now, y'all want to make him William Zepeda problems. No. That's Tank contemporary. Him and Tank sparred. Tank said he cracked him in the face. He said Tank lying. They need to settle the score. Like, we going to ignore that, though. Y'all don't be wanting what really supposed to happen. Then I get called a hater. Oh, it's not too late. We deserve. Yo, a dude literally blocked me, bro. I'm gonna respect and not say his name. I've been saying on here for a couple years. I mean, for like the last year, like, damn, where's so-and-so? Where's so-and-so? We missed his calls around here. The other day we did a Tank show, and he obviously listened while having me blocked and says, look, this is why I don't listen. Ness saying that Tank Loma 7 years too late. You should see the comments on his feed about how I'm correct. You understand? Dudes living in denial, and then they want to be your enemy for telling the truth. Like, bro, I'm just telling the truth. Y'all can't get mad at me for telling the truth, just like y'all can't get mad at Zepeda for having mother freaking options. He's paying 3 separate sanctioning fees. Y'all got to understand it and respect that. That's a lot of money. Some of these dudes out here paying one. What's my man that just got the win over Yoelvis Gomez? He only paying for the WBC. And that's why he don't got no opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes is only paying for one. I don't get it. I put myself in that position, you know what I'm saying? So I go to college, I get a degree, and I got more options than you, and it's my fault. it's my fault because I got more offers than you. Like, this is weird, man.
You got the loans to go with it. You got the burden. You had the time investment. You had all those things that go with the opportunities that befall you. So the next man can't look and say, why does he have these opportunities? Again, I'm a logical person. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just trying to play it out because maybe I'm just caught up in the hype of the last week and a half, Shakur Stevenson mania, good or bad. And I'm saying to myself, maybe this is the fight. Because he mentioned it Saturday. Maybe this is a good fight for him. So I'm not trying to usurp what Zepeda has invested into his career. But I'm just saying, I think enough people would also like to see Shakur active in that fight because they want to see. Remember, these are the people that want to see him beat. It's not somebody hating, or at least I don't think it's not somebody hating on Zepeda's opportunity or telling him what to do. Maybe those are the same people that turn that corner the way Shakur did. Maybe they feel like Zepeda is a style that can beat him, and they want to see him beat. That could be a part of it.
Hey, man, I hope. All I know is Tank ain't take the Shakur fight, and he got his little extra. Tank ain't. I mean, if Frank. I said Tank. I mean, Frank ain't take the Shakur fight. He got his little extra. Frank ain't take the Shakur fight. He got $3, or did he say $5 off the pay-per-view back end that did good at $3.50. So business indicates you don't fight Shakur and you fight Tank. I'm just saying, call me a hater. Days, what up?
Come on, Days. What up, man? You want to see Shakur Stevenson, Williams Zepeda? You want Williams Zepeda to see his options through and take on maybe Tank or Loma or something along those lines? Tell us what you're thinking, man.
Tyron, what up?
Yo, what's good, man?
What up?
That's out TBD. That's out. And then on the topic, man, I just like T.O. mentality, man. Old school mentality. Um, Want to test himself against the best, whether it's Terence Crawford or whoever the case may be. Me personally, I would like to see him stay at 140, honestly, and become undisputed in that division. I think that help him possibly get a Crawford fight later down the line. I don't know about him going to 154 because, like you said, we still discussing the power moving up, and 154 is a huge jump. I would like to see him go 147, try to get that third division title. Brian Norman, that would be a good fight for him to see where he at, how he adjusts to 147. But again, you can't knock T.O., man. You can't knock him. He got the old school mentality. And whether, you have lackluster performances, when he's in there with a top guy, you see what he does. So, I believe that he does have the right to call whoever you want to call out. He's been putting a lot of work in the sport. He just got to be more consistent with it. That's the biggest thing with him, just putting it together and being consistent. The talent he has and the potential. You just got to stay consistent with it. But yeah, man, I would rather see him become undisputed at 140. But I'm not mad at 147 going up there, testing yourself, try to get another belt. But 154, I'll stay away from right now if I was him. But again, you got to salute his mentality, which fighters have more of that mentality as well. So you can't call him crazy for calling out Crawford or whoever the case may be because he beat two guys, the top at their division, two-time lineal champs. I mean, you beat the man. They beat the man. He's the man. So, yeah, shouts out to him and his mentality, man. Much respect to him. But, yeah, those are my two options.
Would you pick him over Norman?
Yeah, I would. Just due to the fact, like, I know the last two performances has not been good, Ness, but like we seen him in there with Taylor, we seen him in there with Lomachenko, and going in that type of fight, he might be an underdog, Ness. To be honest with you, he might be an underdog. A lot of people might pick Norman to beat him just due to the past two performances, and history shows when T.O.'s back against the wall and he's going up and fighting these guys, he comes out on top. So I think he has a good chance to beat Norman. Again, he has these special abilities that you can't teach. like a Tank, like Shakur. He has that. He's a special type of fighter, man. So you can't knock him for that. And he always rises to the occasion, especially like I said, if his back's against the wall, he's proven that. So you can't call T.O. crazy. That's just who he is. But yeah, champ, that's all I had, man. I appreciate the call. Shouts out TBV.
Yeah, Tyron, no disrespect, brother, but I think T.O. is crazy. And that's the part I didn't cover, man. But T.O. is crazy. 'Cause number one, you said it right there. The power is not increasing if he goes up to 147, let alone 54. And for him to be, calling these folks out, like I get it, but that's marketing. The reality of it is T.O. is food at 54. Like that shit ain't even, he don't even make it out of top rank. I don't know. He ever even know, does he beat Xander Zayas? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, no. Stay your ass down at 140 and do something. 147, there's a challenge, you know what I'm saying? But I would even say at 140, if you in the, challenging yourself and try, allow Keyshawn to come up and challenge for that belt and prove something. I know you might not think that does nothing, T.O., and some of the fans might not think so, but nah, T.O.'s out of his mind. T.O. can't get shit done at 154. It's a ridiculous premise.
Yeah, I mean, like Shakur, if all news is good for Shakur, then it is for T.O., right? Like, he's got people talking about him. We got Days trying you again.
Yo.
What up?
My bad by the technical difficulties earlier, bruh. Ness, what it do, my boy?
Chilling.
King Armin, Wagwan, General.
Wagwan, brother. How you feeling today?
I'm there. Everything good?
You back at it. Tell us something, man. What you think was going on today, man?
Man, I think T.O. need to go back to 140, man. T.O. should have never moved up to 147, man, because since he moved up, he's not looking like the same T.O. Like you guys already said, it looks like his power is not the same. He's getting hit way too much. I mean, for him to say that he wants to go up to 54 and fight Bud, I think he's just saying that just to keep people talking about him. Like, I think T.O. and Ryan Garcia got a lot of similarities, man. They like attention. They like people to constantly talk about them. And, whenever their name gets a little cold, they just say anything for attention. Like, these two niggas that say they'll suck a dick just to get people to talk about them. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really pay no mind to what T.O. or Ryan says because they be clout chasing, bruh. If he go up to 54, Bud will obliterate this nigga. Like, destroy this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like Floyd versus Andre Berto, but pretty boy Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause Bud got power. You feel me? Bud hits hard. Bud with, bro. Come on, man. Hey, we know T.O. We know T.O. is capping, bro. We know that. You understand what I'm saying? But the Brian Norman Jr. fight, I like that for T.O. You understand what I'm saying? But that's a dangerous fight though for T.O. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's still dangerous. Like I said, the best thing for him to do is move back down to 140 and stay in that weight class. Even I don't know if T.O. can still make 35. Because I still want to see T.O. versus Tank. You feel me? I think that'll actually be a good fight, but once again, he gets hit too much. We know Tank can knock that nigga out. He gets hit way too much, bro. We seen his eyes in the last fight against Steve Claggett. The nigga had titties under his eyes, bro. You understand what I'm saying? He gets hit way too much, gang. You understand what I'm saying? But yo, Ness, I'm really excited about Crawford's next fight, man. I watched the highlights of the dude he's fighting, and dude got power, Ness. I seen this one clip where he falcon punched the nigga and pushed him, and he almost fell out the ring. I said, God damn, like, homeboy, you know what I'm saying? Now I know he only got like 9 or 10 fights, but I can't wait till you do a show about that, man, because I think this gonna be a more competitive fight than people think. You understand what I'm saying? Because Bud's gonna be at a new weight division. You feel me? And this dude can hit. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I've been said that, man. This dude's footwork.
You feel like it's your time.
His footwork is gonna present a lot of issues for however long it is. You know, maybe that's one round because Crawford's just a next level and generational talent, right? And he gets in there and he can figure out what's going on right away. But
Yes, sir.
yeah, nah,
Yo,
it's
Ness,
interesting.
He even kind of looks and kind of fights a little similar to Triple G.
Yeah, I mean that's the internet pushing that. I think his footwork and his feet themselves are different and more explosive than Triple G. He takes the risk Triple G don't. Like it's like that punch you talked about. I think you're talking about the Eric Walker fight where he jumped in. Like Triple G's never leaped in
that shit was
like that
crazy,
because
Ness.
it puts you in danger. But that's why I think he's interesting because he's going to bring something non-traditional at Crawford. It might be a little wild. It might be a little wild, a little unorthodox, untraditional in the first 3 rounds that he could get caught. If Kavaliauskas could drop you, Masvidal could drop you.
He's not like Errol Spence either, where like Errol Spence fights the same like every fight. Now this nigga's like you said, this nigga's like.
Nah,
this
dude is Loma and Usyk. He cut from that cloth. He from their team.
Yes.
You know, so yeah, he does the dances and all that shit, all the angles. We'll see, man. But Days, let me get to some other callers. Also, you know, that fight is not till what, August 3rd, so we got hella time. We got about what, maybe 3 more weeks left or so. We could definitely turn it up 10 days out. Since it's you know, a big fight and whatnot. But I got Donald Johnson $2. Bud will sleep Boots and Tio the same night. And I don't know about all that. That's a little extra.
Shout out TBV. Gang.
Days.
What you think? Same night? That's not even
I
possible.
don't know about same night because Crawford, you know, again, he's an elder state, but he definitely sleep him on the same weekend. He could do it back-to-back nights.
H-Town. Oh, I'm sorry. You paused on me. I thought you was
I'm just
done.
saying. Tio is he's just be biting off way more than he can chew. You know what I mean? And you know, Boots. I think that is a competitive fight, but for however long it lasts. Go ahead, H-Town.
I want to see him prove it, man. Fuck it.
H-Town. Hey, yo, man, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think Devin, I don't think Ryan, I don't think Tio should ever stop at 140. I think all 3 of them are too big for 140. I think them weight cuts has been detrimental to their performances. All 3 of them. I think all 3 of their optimal weight is 147, and maybe Ryan could hop up all the way to 160 just because of his power and his speed. And but yeah, man, and then people are crying about Shakur and Zepeda talking about, oh, he's gonna run. Man, these are elite fighters, man. So you telling me this elite fighter can't cut off the ring and trap this guy? If he can't do that, you can't be mad at Shakur. Be mad at the guy that can't trap him. I mean, what are we talking about? Well, what the fuck? Were we mad at Floyd because Canelo couldn't trap him? I mean, what are we talking about? You know, they didn't stop with all that crying and for all the bootlickers. Hey, if Boot wants to fight Bud, tell him to move to 154. No more talking. Talking about coming to 147, dog. You can't tell the A side where to go. And then let me address the Canelo haters. Hey, what the hell does Benavidez need another damn week to think about? He been dreaming about this man, sleeping, talking to his kids about this man, the greatest fight ever, his legacy. Now he's talking about the split in the money. Man, come on, man. That David Benavidez is the highest capping boxer in boxing history, man. Cloud chasing, you want to talk about cloud chasing? That guy's a cloud chaser. Because everybody else wants to fight somebody, and the guy they want to fight is trying to avoid them or don't want to fight them. You know, and if Tio wants to go all the way to 154 to Bud, I respect it. And if you don't respect it, then you don't respect boxing. Because that's what you want your fighter to do. You want him to try to be great. And if he loses, he loses. It is what it is. At least he had the balls to take that risk.
H-Town. So you cool with Jamel Charlo? You respect? I'm just asking for a friend. You asked, you cool with that, right? You respected that.
Yeah, Jamel went up, dog. Okay. He did what he had to do. If you can't respect Jamel for going up there, hey, man. And people talking about he ran. Man, he didn't run. That man was getting beat. He went into survival mode. But what you want him to do? Sit there and get hit for the whole fight? Like, just say, yeah, don't move, bro. Be a punching bag. So you be retarded. You know,
Guard like a
just sit
man on
there.
your shield.
Let Canelo punch on you for 3-4 more rounds. Don't move. That's just stupid, man. I mean, that's the dumbest takes I've ever heard. Why is he moving? Well, no shit. When the man that hits like Drago hits you in the head, you tend to move.
Nah, respect,
Oh,
man. Respect. I appreciate that. I needed to know, man. You kept it all the way 100.
100, bro. Man, I support Melon Mall, man. You know, they're residents of H-Town, bro. Respect everybody down here in the age. All right, man. I'm out, man.
Appreciate the call, H-Town.
All right. Nike Hendricks, been a long time.
Yo, you got me?
Yes, sir.
All right, shouts out to the boxing voice, man. Shouts out to Ness, King, got me, the whole team, Danny, everybody. Shit, man, I've been at work. I'm just getting in, but T.O. said he want to fight Crawford or Norman.
Yes, sir.
I like the Brian Norman Jr. fight. I'm rolling with my boy from Decatur, Georgia. You know what I'm saying? We both from the A, so I got to go with him. But T.O., I'm liking what T.O. doing though. Like bro just said on the last call, y'all can't hate on T.O. for wanting to be great, cause when Canelo moves up, fight champs, y'all say he dare to be great. Of course, you know. So what's the difference with T.O. trying to move up and fight a champ? Or he calling out one of the top prospects at 147. Cause I mean Brian Norman at 147, right?
Yeah, IBO interim champ.
Oh, he the interim. Okay, T.O. Okay, so he trying to get a belt if he go to 147.
But
So
I
shit,
think
man,
there
that
is a
can't be.
slight difference, though, bro. The difference is when you see Canelo move up, you know he's got a fighting chance, a punching chance. You know, it's elements the way he pick his opponents. Now, when T.O. say, yo, I'll go up and fight Bud, that sounds crazy to me. When he says I'll fight Brian Norman, that sounds like challenging yourself. So it's to me, it's just kind of two different spectrums of where he talking about it. That's just me personally, though.
Yeah. I understand. It do sound crazy, but it don't too. Cause y'all boxing connoisseurs. Y'all knew about Bivol, who he was. He was a good ass fighter. A lot of people didn't know Bivol until Canelo fought him. They would say, "Oh, Canelo gonna knock him out. Canelo gonna knock him out." I think Ness did a show with telling somebody like, "Did you ever watch the guy fight? Do you know what you're talking about?" And people just, "Oh yeah." So then when they seen him fight, it's like, "Oh shit, he is nice." So that's why I can't rule out T.O. because T.O. he put them things on Loma, and he put them things on Josh Taylor. He put them things on Comey. Like T.O. beat some good ass fighters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I gave Sandor the win. I can't lie about that. But
And
Sandor
you
nice
and
ass
Bud
fighter too.
Crawford, you gave Sandor the win, and we talking Bud Crawford for him?
I'm just saying though, I mean, you can't knock him for speaking his mind and trying to be great. You know,
Respect,
like you said,
respect.
it do sounds crazy. It do, but if it happens, we should be happy that we getting that in boxing. Like that T.O. what he doing is keeping the sport alive with shit like that. Cause you got everybody else who want to pick and choose who they fight. That's my call though.
I mean, he picking too though. Like he's picking to fight Crawford and he's picking to fight Brian Norman. Like, you know.
I mean, but those are tougher picks than, you see what I'm saying? That's like than a cherry pick, I would say. Those not cherry picks. You picking challenges. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Real challenges.
But that's my call, man.
All right. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Help us get to that goal of 600 so we can open a live chat. We got the first super chat of the day. DC3, $2. Oscar Zepeda wanting to cash out that O versus Tank. Laugh out loud emoji. I mean, so that's the same thing Frank did then, because Frank ducked Shakur before Zepeda. You feel me? Like, he literally didn't fight Shakur so that he could get the Tank fight. Angel Padilla, $5. T.O. should say Boot's name before Crawford, if anything. if he can't get past Boots, then there's that. I mean, but Jerron doesn't bring the legacy that Crawford brings. Like, if I'm gonna risk getting in the ring with a welterweight monster, I need I need the legacy to be attached to it. You know, for Tio, one could argue that he's doing it as a lineal belt scalp taker.
So here's this though. If first of all, I don't see Bud coming down to 147 again. So that's why I see if the point is you say, hey, I'm going up to 147, call out Boots. I guess that may have been the point of the super chat. But with that being said, the legacy, I mean, again, Tio would have a hell of a legacy if he moved up, you know, to either 47 or especially 54. But I just think that the depth at 54, he's got a better chance at lingering around, right? Because we talked about it earlier. He's got the Stanioneses, the Kavalaskises of the world, Mario Barrios. So in that vein, maybe he's not out of his league at 147. That's what I'm saying. I got no problem with that. It's just that saying Crawford, I'm not hearing Crawford at 47. I'm hearing Crawford at 54 or above, and that's why I'm so adamant that it sounds crazy. That's all.
No, for sure. I mean, it is crazy to consider him going up to 54 when he hasn't been looking good. Yeah. Is crazy.
Well, he fights up to the level of his opponent, so he's going to fight to Crawford's level that night, huh?
You would hope so. He would need to, for sure. You know, he's in an uphill battle in that fight, for sure. But it's a bigger fight. See, that's the thing. You know, it's worth losing to Crawford because, again, he's a former lineal. He's multiple-time undisputed. So, you know, it makes everything okay.
But look, what do you think about that? If you go move up to 54, he ain't even talking. Well, I guess it's, you know, it wouldn't work out because there's nothing on the line. But Zayas, you know what I'm saying? You got to get your
That's
feet
what I'm
wet
saying. In-house, I said that before you jumped on. I don't know if you heard, but in-house, if you want to prove it to us, fight Xander. It ain't the biggest fight, but it's a big fight, especially for him. New York City, him and Xander, you know, and for Top Rank, they like, well, damn, if Xander beats him, he got rid of Tio and the headache that Tio is for us, and he made Xander a bigger Puerto Rican star by giving him the name he needs to be solidified in the eyes of the casuals. Because for us, as a 54-pounder beating Tio, I don't know. It depends how Xander make it look.
And Tio got a little hate in his blood, man, because he only worth $2 million like me. You know, he only worth $2 million like me.
Yeah, I remember he said that about Shakur, right? That's crazy. I mean, again, and that's why he need these big fights like this if, you know, he plans on getting past that $2 million number. We got Joe Pilot.
Yo, you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Man, I'm about to be on one. Bro, we need to keep the same energy. Why is it that Bud gets a pass to want to fight Canelo at 168 and Tio can't fight Bud at 147 or 154? Why is that? Nah, Tio deserves that Bud
I'll
fight.
tell you why. Because Bud has way more accomplishments, and Bud has proven it. While you can turn around and argue that Tio has accomplishments, they're not as solidified, or they're not, like, Bud's are not in question, bro. Nothing Bud's done is in question. Nothing.
Bro, what do you mean this man's not in question, bro? Before that Spence fight, everybody was nitpicking his resume in question.
Okay.
Everyone was saying
and you said it. You said before. You said it before. You said it before.
Even the Spence fight, bro. Even the Spence fights, people are saying, "Oh, Spence was off a car crash. Oh, Spence was off of this. Oh, Spence was off of messed up eye."
People, what are you saying? What are you saying?
I wish I heard Spence fans saying that.
No,
They was telling me it was the greatest thing since sliced bread.
At the end of the day, you know, Spence got in the ring. He made weight. He got beat up. It is what it is, you know. But I'm just saying, bro, like, and generalizing, bro, people have been nitpicking Bud his whole career. people, I remember on YouTube, people are saying, yo, why did he stay at 40 for Taylor? Why did he stay at 40 for Regis? Why did he stay at 47 for Boots? So why does Keyshawn get a chance with Tio, but Bud doesn't got to give a chance to Boots at 47? He can just move up to 54. Oh, nah, because Bud put all the sweat in. He can go get money fights.
Again, all fucking T.O. did was win with those two big wins, but it's not comparable to what Bud did. Bud undisputed two separate divisions. Stop trying to compare them.
Bro, he undisputed, but who? At the end of the day, those guys, them names don't hold weight the same.
Get
they don't
the
hold
hell
weight
out of
the
here,
same.
bro. You sound
Come
crazy.
Come on, and Dongo, Burns. You know, like the Prescott win was good. The Prescott, but like, come on, man. Tio, why can't Tio get the Bud fight? Why does he have to fight Keyshawn? No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, why does he got to fight Keyshawn? What has Keyshawn done to deserve a Tio fight?
How many Keyshawns did Bud fight? He ain't fight Kavalaskas. He ain't fight Avanesian. He the one gave them dudes opportunities.
You're putting Keyshawn and Kavalaskas. Like, Keyshawn's a silver medalist and, you know, highly touted amateur and stuff. Like, it's different. Like, if you tell me Bud gave Boots a shot,
bruh, you can't say in one sentence that Keyshawn and Kavalaskas is different, but not understand that Bud and fucking Tio are different.
No, they're different. They're different. But I'm just saying, hold on, I'm gonna run another counter. I'm just saying, why can't Tio get that Bud fight? Like, cool, Norman, he can get that. I'm gonna send you a 5. I'm gonna send you that 5.
I don't know if you want me to keep repeating. I told you why. He can't. No. Like, it's harder for him to get it because he's less believable. People just called in on this show to say that he lost to Sandor. Like, you know, nobody calls in to say Bud lost to nobody, bruh. They call in to talk about his knockout streak. They call in to talk about his fucking dominance. It's different.
So if Tio goes up to 47, beats up Norman, takes that strap, does he deserve the Bud fight?
Possibly, but again, we talk about dominance, consistency, knockout streaks, everything Bud is and Tio ain't shown yet.
All right. So I'm going to just say, so, for example, if Tio fights Keyshawn, beats him up, what does that do for Tio? He beat an up-and-comer?
Like you said,
what would people say
he beat a contender that's a silver medalist. He got him early like Floyd did Canelo. I mean, people expect Keyshawn to win the world title.
Nah, Keyshawn could definitely win a world title. Like, he got that dog in him. And too with but yeah, man, I want to see, like, because Tio always comes up to the occasion. That's why I want to see it. Tio came up to the Loma occasion, beat Loma. He went up to the Taylor, bro. He destroyed Taylor, bro. He didn't do what Catterall did the first fight. Catterall left it up like he sure Catterall wins. Some people say he didn't. He got in there and dog walk Taylor, and so that's why I'm saying I think just off of them 2 wins, like, he moves up, challenges the guy, beats him up convincingly. That's why I'm saying, to me, you know, he earned, like, he should get a Bud fight. Like, I want to see that, you know, and Bud sparks him out. He sparks him out. But yeah, like we was talking about earlier with Shakur, bro, why would Zepeda fight Shakur? Like, sure, Shakur's a man. Shakur's like catching a chicken in a yard, bro. It's almost impossible to catch that dude. Like, Zepeda, the only thing Zepeda's gonna do is stinking his name getting in the ring with Shakur. Because the thing is, Shakur is just like, the only person that got any type of rub off of Shakur was De Los Santos. That was it. And De Los Santos kind of blew it away because of his inactivity and injuries. But after that, like, look at Artem. No one's claiming this. No one gave Artem any more credit for just surviving in there. Like, just like going 12 with Shakur don't do nothing for Zepeda. That's like you said. Zepeda and Golden Boy, they play still. Tank fights Loma November, and who knows? Maybe that can be a Cinco de Mayo fight. Zepeda goes around Telemundo, Univision, goes to TV Azteca, and, you know, build up that fight. You know, Mexicans come out to support, and Tank got a lot of fans too, you know, from all over, from all different coaches. So, yeah, man, Zepeda's looking at a Tank fight. Tank's he's losing contenders at 35. So if Zepeda's gonna he's gonna drop out that purse bid. No one's fighting Shakur,
but it's not your time.
That on me, appreciate it. Joker. Let me see. Yes, Joker, what up?
We'll hear from Joker in a minute, huh?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Joe is spitting fire, bro.
Joe.
I mean, I hate Joe
Oh, Joe
Pilot.
Pilot.
Yo, I hate to say it, but it's true, man. You know, I call Terence Bud Crawford for a reason. The dude's been beating up wastelanded fighters like from the fucking dungeons. He's supposed to do that, so I can't give him that much credit. He beat up a Kell Brook that was already beaten up by Triple G and Errol Spence. Mind you, he was at 160 and he came back down. Then he went and fought the corpse of Amir Khan that Canelo had already fucking blasted. And then he fights a Sean Porter that was like 14 months out the ring. He was semi-retired and was pretty much retired when he got in the ring. And then Errol Spence. Yeah, great win. But I mean, come on, bro. Who flies out of a car like that and stays right or comes back 100%? Like, if y'all want to give him that much credit for that win, I guess it's cool, right? I think he's in trouble with this Madrimov cat, man. This dude is actually in his prime, despite him having, 10, 11 fights. That dude's pretty good. He's built like a fucking Tonka truck, bro. Dude is massive.
Bro, I
He
just
has
screen shared
power.
that shit, bro. You see how big he looks right now?
Bro,
I
that dude
literally
has
screen
power,
shared that
bro.
shit before you called. Like, his legs and biceps look crazy. Like, honestly, because it's boxing, I immediately said, damn, are they testing?
Yo, and I don't understand how this dude is so athletic built like that. You seen him do that? I mean, we praised Tank for that backflip from the ropes. This dude does it standing without getting any sort of a running motion. That's crazy. He's built like a Tonka truck, and yo, I feel like he's very damn dangerous. Very
It's so
dangerous. He
funny.
doesn't give a damn.
Now y'all want to
He'll
sing my
take risks.
tune. Now y'all want to sing my tune, y'all. It's so
No, no,
funny.
no, no. I've been saying this for a while, bro. It's just we're getting near the fight, and it's a hot fight for me. It's a dope ass fight. The first 2 weeks of August are complete fire. I'm telling you, Virgil is also in a barn burner. That disease he has affects the kidneys. I mean, dude hasn't made 54 either. Like, can he really make it? Is he gonna be drained? Bohachuk is as tall, if not taller, has a longer reach, and hits as hard. The dude is in a dog fight, and we're gonna see what he's really made of, because he was a Rottweiler taking on
When you
Shih
feel like
Tzus.
it's your time,
Now he's in the ring with
when you feel
another
it's your time.
Rottweiler, bro. That's all I got, Ness.
All right. Appreciate you, Joker. J. Will, Ohio. What's up? If you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right now, we at 224,346. So we almost halfway there. Almost halfway.
Yo, Ness.
What up,
Ness,
what up?
Yo.
Yo, man. I just want to address these last two calls by the correct name. I know I got Big Joker as the previous caller. Who was the caller before Big Joker?
Joe Pilot.
Joe Pilot. Yeah, Joe Pilot. Yo, Ness, I'm glad that you're not one of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if you was one of them. But you smartened up, and I'm not saying you hopped off the Canelo train, but you just a real boxing fan. These Canelo fans are sounding fucking pathetic, man. Joe Pilot and Big Joker, y'all motherfuckers, like, do you understand what y'all guys are doing? And you could tell that they're Canelo fans because they going all the way. They trying to hate on a 147 pounder because he ain't fought at 154 yet. But y'all trying to do everything in y'all's power to try to discredit Bud. Y'all can't take number one pound for pound away from that dude. Y'all can't. No matter how much y'all try to hate on that motherfucker, y'all can't, man. Y'all can try to put Canelo and all this, try to put obstacles up in front of Canelo and all. Stop, bro. Y'all just go. Y'all going out as bad as Canelo's going out, man. Just stop that shit, man. Just be real. Like, yo, I don't want Bud to fight Canelo because it's a lose-lose for Canelo. and Bud has a chance to win. Just say that. Stop trying to talk all, this fucking 3D chess bullshit. Well, see, what's the difference between T.O. and Bud? Bud trying to go up to Canelo, man. It's a million and one differences in those two different scenarios. But only a dumbass Canelo fan would try to make them seem similar, just so Bud doesn't really have a right to fight Canelo, or Canelo shouldn't feel pressure to fight Bud. Like, stop that shit, man. Y'all should be better boxing fans than that shit, man. I wasn't even gonna fucking call in. I'm glad you was really trying to teach that dude, but he knows better, man. He knows what he's saying is bullshit. He don't believe that bullshit that was just coming out of his mouth as far as Big Joker, bro. Talking about what has Bud done. Bruh, are you fucking Bud is the best boxer in the world, bro. He's way better than your boy, who's not even top 5 pound for pound, man. Like, stop this shit, bro. Just like T.O., to me, it's another publicity stunt. Get to the topic. To me, it's just another publicity stunt. I think if they was to really hand that boy a contract, for some reason, he's not gonna be able to fight Bud. But it is pretty convenient. In between fights, he mentions Bud. Man, he doesn't want no smoke with that, man. He doesn't want no career damaging fight.
I mean, I wasn't gonna interrupt, but it's not convenient. He's got to mention Bud because Bud is not responding to him. Like, if he doesn't mention Bud, it will just die.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
But it's like there's a reason why Bud's not acknowledging him, because he's not even worthy to be acknowledged at this point. Not on Bud's level. It's like,
there is a storyline for T.O. He's the lineal scalp hunter, so there is a storyline. It's not like he coming out of nowhere. Like, he's beaten the last 2 lineal champs in his division, and respectfully, he wants a shot at the next one. There's nothing wrong with that. Is he as qualified as Crawford to be getting a shot at Canelo? No, but he has an argument.
Come on, that's not really. And the reason why I say not really, man, is because just because you done took a couple of lineals off of a couple of different fighters. Okay, if that's the case, why don't you go get better beef or go get Bivol? Come on, man. It doesn't make sense, bro. Like,
hey, yo, I'm glad this call went longer. So now you turned into Joe Pilot. Now you asking 140-pounder T.O. to fight Better Beef or Bivol just so he don't have to fight Crawford.
No, I'm being sarcastic, though. I was sarcasm, bro. I'm like, of course he shouldn't fight those guys, but I'm talking about if the lineal scalp taker is the storyline, well, then there's a whole lot of other lineals you can go try to take. But
tell us who.
That you're more deserving of. Tell us who. Deserving of.
Tell us who.
Shit. Let me see. Boots ain't got it.
And while you scrambling, let's go back to your other very horrible statement about just because he got a couple lineal scalps. My man, name someone else that beat 2 lineal champions.
So I think you try to you emphasizing the wrong thing. I'm saying the storyline.
He built a storyline and a certain level of credibility because you got to be a historian to tell me who else beat 2 lineal champs. But whoever they are, T.O. is in that conversation.
And respect to T.O. for that. I'm not knocking that. But
because as great as Bud is, he ain't beat the man in any division other than Earl, who was not considered the lineal champion. Yeah, he was considered the man, but it was arguable if he was the man, and that's why the fight with Bud had to happen. Respect to T.O., he fought everybody who was considered the man, and that's why he wants Crawford. I hope you understand that now.
I get it, but I mean, I like how you try to make beating a lineal way more important than becoming undisputed in 2 different weight classes.
I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's more important, Jay Will, but it is an argument and a debate that it is just as important because guess what? You can't be. Well, no. I was about to lie and say you can't be Lineal because you can't be Lineal without undisputing. You can't be Lineal, but it don't matter. Remember, you only Lineal if the division considers the number 1 and 2 or 3 fighting each other, which still created the number 1 in the division.
Well, just before I hop off real quick, if Bud sends him a contract, do you think T.O. really gets in the ring with him?
Of course. What the hell is it? It'll be T.O.'s biggest fight. He only getting paid $2 million. If Bud sent him a contract, he guaranteed to make more than $2 million. He guaranteed to be on pay-per-view. Like, you sound crazy. This prize fighting.
So you think? I mean, he's pretty much cashing out because he's going to get stopped.
How is he cashing out with 1 loss or 2 now? That would be 2 only. Like, stop it.
I mean, as we see, man, as we
I
see
gotta
what
go.
Bud
We
did
got
to
hella
my guy
callers.
Fitz.
I gotta go.
Yeah. All right.
That was your opportunity to be like, nah, I'm going to send at 5. You feel me? Cuerno de Chivo, Troy King. Yo.
What's good? Where Ness at?
This is me.
Hey, blood, what's good with you? Hey, listen, technically speaking, if Crawford, that's just a silly fight. I get it. It's a little fantasy scrap. T.O. is scalping lineal champions, busting they packs. Wasn't T.O. 2-time undisputed?
Yeah, T.O. was undisputed. No, not twice. Never. Sorry. He beat 2, Lineals and 1 former undisputed.
Well, he should focus on Brian Norman Jr. because that's going to be the man that upsets him if he doesn't get it together with his defense. I looked at his last fight. His eyeballs were swollen. There's no way your eyeballs should be swollen if you're that athletic. Well, not really. And this is, y'all could be mad. Y'all could say I fought in Tijuana. Y'all could say all of that. My eyes was never looked like that. And I didn't even have real coaches at the time. And when somebody who never fought, how they gonna teach you how to slip punches from Claggett? He never fought a Claggett. I'm gonna just keep saying that until some people just really get it. If you never fought a Claggett, you can't slip punches. He not gonna tell you how to slip punches from a Claggett on a professional level, not on the amateur level. This goes for Shakur or Shake Foster. I've done film study on all of these fights. According to the 4 criteria point system that you use to score around, which is defense, accurate punching, effective aggression, and ring generalship. And these are not my rules. If you're not controlling in the middle of the ring, you're not a ring general. If you don't have defense, people are going to be having your eyes looking like they're pregnant, both of them. He had twins coming out of his eyes. And then on top of that, you're not landing no accurate punches, and your aggression isn't effective. That's why such and such lost. Tevin. Even though he gave the guy some problems, Tevin had to fight coming forward. You can't fight a tall guy going backwards. These are technical things that you need to win a fight, to judge it correctly. I thought when I watched it, I'm like, damn, Muratalla is giving him problems, but at the same time, nobody's landing sharp jabs every time they get on the inside because it's whole, you got to work in there. And a lot of these guys, they need Top Rank is very good at busting your pack because they got the best matchmaking. They're matching these guys, and when they get at that precipice where they're supposed to really beat these guys and stop them to see if they elite, they having problems because they're not technically
You may feel
sound.
like it's your time.
So like that,
But it's
that's
not
where
your
we
time.
at with it. They really not technically sound with that, Ness. So, that's all I wanted to say. It's really technical in there before you cut me off. And I mean it in this way, Ness. You can catch a jab, but there's a technical way you do that. There's a technical way you slip a punch. You don't just do what you want. And I'm watching the fights and doing film studies, and these guys are not doing the things technically correct, and it's leaving them open to get hit with shots they shouldn't be getting hit by. Hey, listen, I love y'all for letting me come on here. Next, when I see you, I'm going to bust your pack. Wherever Marco at, shout out to Amin. We out of here. 1.
You the man, champ.
Salute. Bust your pack.
Yeah, that's borderline. That's borderline weird right there. You gotta be careful with that one. But yeah, yeah. Uh-oh, Joe Pilot. Let me see. Counter. What it
Joe's
do?
back.
He's back.
Yo, you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I sent you that 5 from the other in the
Nah, I
counterpoint for
seen it.
now.
I seen it.
Bro, Canelo fan, like, yo, people just call in, like, thank God you shut him down at the end, and you told him what like, bro, so Bud can move up all the way to 168. Yeah, sure, he's ran through Ndongos and Burns and two orbital broken Brook and pillow chin Khan. Yeah, he's ran through him. A one-legged Benavidez, a mean machine that wobbled him. All right, cool. He did all that. But look he beat Taylor. Taylor beat Prograis, beat Ramirez. Like what's going on? He demolished that dude. Demolished him. Look at Loma. Loma cool. He was missing the WBC belt, with paperwork. Devin was the interim and whatever. But Loma beat all them guys at 35. To get them belts. He was the man at 35. He beat 2 men at 35 and at 40. And you're talking about we want to see Bud versus Teal to dodge Canelo. Like, bro, people are just out here. That's how you know most of these boxing fans ain't even boxing fans. They're just fans of boxers and haters of boxers. That man hate Canelo so much. Ain't no one even mentioned nothing about Canelo. I just mirrored it and said, if Bud deserves a Canelo fight, who's literally 54, 63 divisions up, this guy's been facing giants for the last few years, and Bud deserves to get a cash out, because that's a cash out. Bud's getting starched. Bud, if he doesn't get starched, he's losing in 12. Like, bro, you're going up there to face Canelo, a 160, a guy who's hitting. He's cracking. You seen him drop Munguia. Munguia's a bigger guy than Bud. Oh, yeah, Bud has Bud had great defense back in the day. Like, but when's the last time I seen him on the back foot? The last time I seen him on the back foot was in 2017 versus Benavidez Jr. That's the last time. After that, he's been in Killer Bud, which is good, He's been promoting himself right in the ring. But Teal deserves it. To me, he deserves that Bud fight just from what he's done before. He's moved up and always fought the man at the division. He fought. I mean, he didn't move up to 35. He was there, but he fought Loma, fought him. He lost to Cambosis. He came back after a loss, built himself back up, and beat the man at 40. Sure, Taylor had a tough time with Catterall before that, but it's not like Catterall battered him. He didn't batter him. He didn't do nothing to Taylor that Taylor didn't come back from. And like, come on, okay, Martin, danced around the ring and outboxed him. He dropped him once officially and once unofficially. Like, come on, like, and now Teal can go up to 47 next fight and beat up a Norman. Norman's not like he was beating a stationary Santillion. Now Norman's this killer. What happened to Boca Chica? What happened to Randall? All right, like man, Teal can go up to 54 and you can give Jamel a tough fight. I'm out.
But it's not your time.
Yo, you wild. He said Jamel. Damn.
Yo,
whoa.
Before you go to the next caller, man, let me get up out of here, man.
You the man, champ.
Yo, King I'm in Essex 1 on IG, King I'm in Essex 1 on Twitter, Championship Rounds on YouTube. And of course, I'll be back in the morning. Show in the morning, right?
Every day, twice a day. The grind is on. Vacation is over, baby. We here twice a day. I might be late, but I'm going to be here twice a day.
Nah, yo, whenever you're there, you're always on time.
Let's go, champ. Appreciate you, man. Don't forget to follow King Amin Championship Rounds on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, speaking of that, go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already done so. Don't be a hater. Costs you nothing. Go ahead and hit that thumbs up as well. We got H-Town with the counter.
Yo, what up, Ness? Can you hear me?
Perfect.
Hey, Sean. Hey, Ness, man, D-Man, I'm not even a huge Canelo fan, but the disrespect it makes me point out facts, and these people just cannot get facts. Fact of the matter is, Canelo's faced 9 undefeated champions his career and 1 undisputed champ. When your favorite fighter fights people like that, then talk about Canelo. Quit the bullshit about he's ducking Benavidez. Benavidez became the Mando in March. And when he became the Mando in March, he moved to 175 instead of pushing the Mando and forcing him into a corner to fight because they're talking about the purse and he's only gonna get 25%. That still is gonna be the biggest purse in his life. 25% of whatever Canelo brings in. He's the cash cow of the whole damn sport. So shut up with the bullshit that he's ducking Benavidez. No, man, Benavidez don't want the fight. He wants the clout. He wants the clout. Why the hell did he need a 1 week more to decide if he's gonna want to put Canelo in that corner? Put Canelo in that corner and make him leave that belt. Then you legitimate. Then we could say he ducked you. Then we could say he's scared of you. Till then, shut the hell up. And you Benavidez fanboys, shut the hell up. Your man's not moving right. Your man's just talking. He's talking the talk, but he ain't walking the walk. Like, y'all need to stop the tripping, man. It ain't even about being a Canelo fan. It's about reality, about facts. I live in facts. That's the factness. These people are tripping. He might have been number 1, but he wasn't mandated till March. And then when he got mandated, he went to 175. So get off of Benavidez nuts and live in reality. You know, Jerry ain't here to talk about the fireman. Jeremy is in Colombia with his 25-year-old. You know, he's holding her hand because Colombia lost right now and they crying. But yeah, man, I'm out, Ness, man. These people need to get with reality.
H-Town, appreciate you. Just want to remind everybody we are doing the 2 raffles. This is a black set of Kenichi Bear, Hibernation 5Cs. This the set Tank had, the first set, black set. You could get that for $15. Get you a virtual raffle ticket by sending 15 to the Cash App you see on the screen right there or the Zelle. Right now, this is 15 for the black set. White set right here, as you can see. This is the white set. This one is $10, right? So 25 gets you in both. We also got heavyweight Christian Thun autograph glove, $10 as well. Just a reminder, and we're going to be giving those out at the end of the week, announcing the winner. And while we're at it, we finally have the page. I'm sorry, because I told you about the 3-day stay with the Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And they have finally finished the page where you can go ahead and purchase the raffle ticket for $75, I believe is the price. Let me double check. I'm going to screen share the website. This is on Nevada Boxing Hall of Fame. And we should be doing a collab post. The winner will be announced July 25th, so you certainly need to hurry up if you're trying to, join this. It's a boxing fan's dream, as you can see. You get an opportunity to get a 3-night stay at the New Orleans Hotel and Casino right here in Las Vegas, and that's where the induction weekend is going to be. That's where all the fighters are going to be. All the festivities are going to be. That's where Zab Judah is going to do his celebrity bowling event. It's $75. You don't send the money to me. You go right to this website. I'll put the link. As you can see, it says NevadaBoxingHallOfFame.com/TBV. Very easy. All the rules, everything is there. What's included and how to purchase your raffle ticket. Winner will be announced Thursday, July 25th. So you only got 10 days. 10 days. To purchase your raffle ticket. On that day, it will be announced. Now, remember, this is the weekend of August 8th through the 10th. So, you get the whole weekend stay. And you get 2 ultimate weekend passes to get the VIP access to all the events. The winner will receive access for themselves and a guest to all the scheduled events. obviously your flight is not included. It's just your hotel stay and your access to the very exclusive event. If you wanted to participate, or excuse me, if you wanted to, ever be at a Hall of Fame induction weekend, this is your opportunity to do it at a fraction of the cost. These tickets usually are super expensive. This is the elites, as you know. Floyd always is at these Vegas ones. Not so much the Canastota. He's more in these. So, Mosley, so many people. So head on over to nvbhof.com/TBV. So that's very simple, even though you might forget it because it's all letters, but I'm going to repeat it because that's all it is. A few letters, and you're at this landing page where you can purchase the $75 raffle ticket, and the winner is announced in 10 days. Once again, that website is N for Nevada, V for Vegas, B for boxing, H for Hall, O of F fame.com, TBV, the boxing voice. All right? So I gave you that because, I did need to do that earlier this morning, and I didn't. Remind me to remind you about this raffle so that someone can, win this great opportunity. I got new amp and this Sony. What up? Sony. Gotta unmute your mic. It shows muted. Sony be having them technical difficulties. Come on, champ. You could do it. Duran beat two Lineal champs, Ken Buchanan and Sugar Ray Leonard. So that's what I'm saying. T.O. is in a conversation with some greats. Sony, trying you again, my friend. We got to make sure you get this right. You hit that unmute. While we wait for Sony to connect, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up. Help a brother out if you haven't already done so. Thumbs up is absolutely free. Sony. Oh, my man having them difficulties. We got Noble.
Peace, Ness. You able to hear me?
Loud and clear.
Indeed. King, I mean, the exit, she slid out.
He dipped off. Is late on the East Coast.
Shout out to the championship rounds. Indeed, my question, I got a question for you. Did Teo, did he request his WBO mandatory at 154?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Did he request his WBO mandatory at 147?
Nah.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I ain't into slander and all that type of shit. I mean, anybody could draw their own conclusions from that. But as far as the fight with Crawford, man, I don't think that's a good fight for boxing. And I definitely ain't in a Crawford protection program, and I ain't got nothing against Theo. It's just that he just nowhere near the level. I know he beat Josh Taylor, but I don't even think Josh Taylor was that good when he beat him. And I think Regis beat Josh Taylor before him. And I definitely think he lost to Jermaine Ortiz, not Jermaine Ortiz. That win against Loma, that was official. That was definitely official. But as it stands today with the eye test, there's no way in the world that a fight between him and Terence Crawford is something that's beneficial for boxing as a whole, whether for the casual fans, for the hardcore fans, or for any reason, like, cleaning out a division or doing anything. It makes absolutely no sense right now. It sounds like they're just speaking, just to be speaking, and probably for some money, because if he only make a $2 million a fight, maybe he want to get on a turkey card with Crawford or something to see if he can make some more. But what I'm saying is this. I like that fight with Brian Norman, though. I like that fight between him and Brian Norman in Atlanta, even though I know that's probably not going to happen. But I think it'll be huge in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? They already got his own fan base, you know what I'm saying? And I think he has a strong fan base. Not a huge one, but a strong one. And Brian Norman got that Atlanta behind him, and Atlanta is just a huge, I told you this before, I think Atlanta could just be a huge fight city. You bring that fight back to Atlanta, I think Tio will make a lot of money. Or at least you'll get a lot of cachet from that, you know what I'm saying, to be able to make some money in the future, because I think he'll make the promoters a lot of money in that fight. And I think that's a fair fight for him. I think that's a good fight for boxing right now.
That's a good fight for Norman, too, because if Norman wins the Tio fight, then he makes the Boots fight bigger, and I want the Boots fight to be in Atlanta. I think that Boots fight with him in Atlanta is a it could be as big as when Tank went there.
You already want to say a movie. I know you want to say a movie. Just say it, man. Indeed. I'm in agreement with you, man. But shout out to the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the breast cancer warriors, the breast cancer survivors, and the breast cancer angels. I look forward to Border Wars. Peace.
All right. Sony, trying you again. You must got a Bluetooth or something. That's what happened. Because we just heard the feedback when you unmuted your mic, champ. Sony dropped off yet again. Khaled, what up?
Yo, Ness, can you hear me?
Yep.
I bet. So with the Tio and Crawford shit, it's interesting, with the unique brothers, what I'm saying, they gotta, with the unique marketing, we gotta do things to keep our name relevant. What I'm saying? Like I'm trying to fight 4 times or 3 times this year. So I got to do things to keep my name circulating. So that way I can end up on shows like this where we're talking about it. But just like the last caller said, he subtly posed some great points. Did he activate this at 54? Nah. Did he activate it at 47? No. Oh, all right. Okay. So we just talking right now. But it's cool, though. Let's just keep it going. Keep our name circulating. I really don't like the Brian Norman fight for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, not as if I don't want to see big fights for boxing, but just as like, all right, bro, motherfuckers be thinking they just finna walk up these weight classes. You ain't punching shit at 40. Since you got up to 40, the only dude you knocked out was the journeyman Ocampo. But ever since you got up to 40, shit you ain't thumping shit. Now Brian Norman's a big man. We talking about Brian Norman with like the other welterweights like Stanionis, Boost, Barrios, all them dudes up there punching. You finna walk your little ass up there, think it's sweet. That 7 pounds make a difference, bro. You ain't finna just eat your way up to no welterweight shit, bro. I ain't really jagging that shit. And I don't want to see my man Brian Norman fight no little man. I don't want to see that shit. I want nigga fight a welterweight. Fight a welterweight. I don't want to see nobody moving up. You got welterweights over there. We can figure some shit out for you with the welterweight. As far as the Zepeda and a Shakur Stevenson shit,
That makes sense too. We ain't finna fight Shakur. I'm the mandatory for the top ranked lightweight over there. So we gonna go over there, get that belt. That's a good prep for Shakur because he like to move a lot too. We gonna go get that belt and then try to unify with Tank. Or even if I can't get that belt, I'm still an option for a Tank because Tank running out of 135 guys, and I'm one of the bigger names at 135. But it's bigger for me if I got the belt and Tank come over here. Or if I get the belt and I don't fight Tank, I'ma just keep building my name up, fighting the contenders and building my name up as like one of the guys at 135. Shakur gonna fight Mutataya. Mutataya up over there, that's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? Robert Garcia and them already said, yo, if Shakur offered that fight, we taking that fight. You know what I'm saying? We taking that. We Mutataya not running nowhere. He there. I ain't saying he'll beat Shakur. You know what I'm saying? But he not going nowhere. And I got Shakur losing to William Zepeda. I just need to see Zepeda cut off that ring. I got to see him continue to do that. If he cut off that ring, then that's you losing that. And I'm not even going to dignify the a Canelo Bud shit. Motherfuckers got to really handle their business with like Madrimov and all that. So I think we good, Ness. Yeah. We good, Ness. Thank you for the call, bro.
Appreciate you. Night, what up?
Yo, you got me?
Yep.
All right, man. I had to come back, Ness, man. You know, you my guy, Ness. But I got to get on your ass, man. Don't, you know, I thought y'all was the Haney voice. Don't disrespect my guy and say who else be two lineal champions. Even though Loma won the lineal champ at the time, he was a lineal champ, though. My boy beat Cambosis in Loma. Can't knock him. Hey, he beat a lineal champ.
Cambosis wasn't lineal though. Again, who
I
beat
thought he
two?
was.
Hell no.
I thought he did when he.
How you gonna be?
Okay.
I don't know. I would have to check that. I guess maybe you right. Maybe
He
by beating
was, cause you know
Tio.
Devin became lineal after he beat Cam when he became undisputed.
Yeah, but
Cause you
that's
know
because all the belts. It wasn't because Cam had the undisputed. I mean the lineal title.
he did, cause he took it from what's the name Loma? I mean Tio, didn't he?
I don't know. I mean it could go that way. You know.
Yeah, he took it from Tio. He had the IBF, the WBO, the WBA, and the lineal belt. And Devin had the WBC.
I can't argue.
So I can't, you can't be the Haney voice and don't throw my guy in there. That's still my favorite fighter. Fuck all the Haney haters, you know what I'm saying? My boy coming back, fresh and fit, all that. You feel me? But, I don't know why everybody trying to knock T.O. And then motherfuckers, I hate when people doing this. Like, do the Canelo thing. Like, damn, bro. Motherfuckers hate Canelo that much, Ness? That's crazy, man. You know, I ain't know. I'm a fan of Canelo, but I ain't the biggest fan. But damn, man, like, don't hate on the man like that. Like, I got some shit about Canelo I don't like, but I ain't gonna hate on him, man. Like, I don't like that he used drugs before, but guess what? He's still one hell of a fighter, man. The man's still one hell of a fighter. In my Mayweather voice, a hell of a fighter. So can't knock him for that. But yeah, man, like the other caller said, I like that Brian Norman Jr. fight for T.O. Bring it here to the A. Go on and bring it to State Farm Arena. I will be at that motherfucker because I don't know if they do fight, it'll be football season, so they can't fight in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then, baseball won't be up no more. Truist Park, you got Truist Park, State Farm Arena, the Georgia World Congress Center, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Hey, man, bring it here, man.
You
Fox
may feel
Theater.
like it's your time,
Bring the fight
but
here
it's
for
not your
Brian
time.
Norman Jr., man.
All right, Hawk, Maryland. Hawk. Yo.
TVV. What's up? What's up, Ness?
What up with you?
Ain't too much. With you solo dolo, no Scarface, Manolo.
You already know.
All right, man. I'm not gonna really go too much into the T.O. thing because that's just a bunch of cap and hype. Because T.O., because we know Bud Crawford ain't thinking about T.O. He ain't gonna fight him. He's not thinking about him. It's either gonna be Madrimov and then Canelo, or if the Sheik throwing his money in the hat, then we'll get the the Ennis fight. But he ain't thinking about no damn going T.O. too. Let's just say T.O. didn't look awful in his last couple fights. Still, Crawford ain't even thinking about him. But my favorite fighter is fighting for the heavyweight title. That's how they doing that fight for the light heavyweight and heavyweight for Christian Shields? Did you know that it was light heavyweight and heavyweight?
I think it's because anything above 76 is heavyweight for them. That's how the Costa Rican girl Hannah Gabriels became heavyweight. She didn't go up to 200. I think it's just different for women's division.
Oh, okay. Well, a couple more weeks, then I get to see her do her thing. Can't wait for that. But I gotta say, I watched that Bud Crawford fight with the same dude that in this fight. They looked exactly the same in the fight. They both fought him the same way. It looked like, and who we talking about? Who's the boxer that's complaining about being boring right now?
Shakur?
Yeah, Shakur, yeah. He need to take notes from that girl. That girl, Sky, what's her name? Sky Nichols?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I love her. She was... That was the funniest... Man, I've watched that about 10 times, man. She was bopping that girl head back like crazy, man. If you a pure boxer and you could do that, that's entertaining. That was entertaining. Did you not see that fight?
Yep.
That wasn't entertaining to you?
Yep. It hurt. It just hurt because I know Diana.
Oh, okay. She really mopped the floor with her. She kept bouncing her. Hey, man, you right. That's your folks. God dang, man. She looked like a super professional against an amateur. It really looked nice to see a boxer do that for the whole duration of the fight. It was entertaining. Shakur needed to take notes on that. That was very entertaining. So yeah, I'll pay attention to her from now on. She young too. Yeah. But outside of that, man, Terence Crawford ain't thinking about that boy. So but that's my call. Great show, Ness.
All right, champ. Appreciate you. Charles, what up?
Hey, what's up, Ness?
What up?
Man, I didn't know you gonna come to me that quick. That's great. Hey, Ness.
I should be going to Raking. I just messed up.
You messed up and landed on me, Ness. All right, I'm gonna make it quick, man. I understand. Hey, I don't like this fight for Crawford or Norman. I don't understand. If T.O. was to fight, let's say Norman, he would be challenging him. He'd be activating his WBO status to move up and challenge Norman for that 147 once Crawford vacates, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me that does nothing for Norman. And I just be honest with you. I know T.O.
Nah. That's a big name for Norman, and that makes the Boots fight bigger for Norman.
You think so? I don't think, man.
What is that? Is T.O. not a bigger name than Giovanni?
He is, but I guess I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of I want Norman to work at 147 just because I want him to build more stock at 147. But I guess if you look at it from a name perspective, yeah, I mean, I guess if it would be a hometown fight, yeah, I guess. I don't think it does anything for Crawford. I just don't think it does anything for Crawford. I think it's everything, turn it down, everything that it gains for T.O. And then next, let me ask you this. Any reason why T.O. wouldn't want to do any work at 140? I mean, he hasn't looked solid at 140. For him to throw his name in the hat for bigger guys, I don't know. Is it not enough work at 140?
I mean, is there not enough work? Yeah, it's just, I mean, them dudes ain't trying to fight him. Isak turned them down. Sabril turned them down. You know, Devin even said himself that he didn't believe Tio was sober when he called him trying to set up the fight.
Be quiet, Tio. Yeah. I guess, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, if you can't get a fight, I don't know, man. I just don't think T.O. is legit at 140 to me yet. I haven't seen other than Josh Taylor fight, and you know, I'm not really so sure about Josh Taylor, man. But I mean, he was undisputed. I can't take that away from him. I don't know, man. I guess if T.O. can make that fight, I mean, I guess he's gonna activate that WBO. I don't like either scenario, Ness. I really don't. But I mean, I get it for Norman. Like you said, I didn't think about it like that. What is Norman's? I hang up. But tell me, what's Norman when I hang up? Who is Norman's mandatory at WBO? CJ.
You may feel like it's your time, but it's not your time.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by mandatory because he the interim champ, so I'm pretty sure he don't have a mandatory, but yeah, I don't know. Rakim. Yo, apologies, brother.
Yo. Yes, give me for the homie. It's all good. It's all good. It's all love. Shout out to you, Ness, man. Shout out to Boxing Voice. Man. I gotta say, Ness, I admire the hell out of your grind, man. You're working, you stay working, you know, in and out of the game. So shout out to you. And shout out to that guy Sony or whatever having the technical problems. I feel for him. But yo, Ness, I'm personally a man of science. I'm in the medical field and I do research and things like that. There's something that bugs me about opinions of a lot of boxing fans and a lot of boxing journalists and such. The way they express their stances, they are just so incredibly polemic. Polemic is a word we use to describe things when we review journals and research articles, where it's this stance is so emotionally driven, it really takes away from credibility. Like all tonight, to big up anyone's fighter, it's like a lot of our community feel the need to tear down another fighter. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. It's like, yo, to talk about Dio, you got to tear down Bud, but to talk about Bud, you got to tear down Canelo. Nah, man, I don't understand this. That is just, it's not necessary. Look, this Tio and Crawford fight, that shit's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, in my opinion, just because Crawford is going in a different direction. And I think Tio, you know, he's doing what he needs to do to try and promote himself right now. But I mean, what I see is probably the next big fight for him is like what a lot of people are saying, the Norman fight. But the Crawford thing, I think that's just self-promotion and like with the hope that maybe he gets an opportunity at a Saudi bag or something, at a turkey bag. But he's doing what he needs to do, I think, just to promote himself. But that's it, man. That's it. But I think I really like what Noble said, just to that point, you know, and kind of making the point that he's not really trying to make that move, it seems like. But I think the Norman fight is where it's at. So hey Ness, can you clarify something for me? Is the WBO at 147, is it still technically in Crawford's hands until it gets officially vacated?
Yes.
I see. So it's sort of expected Norman will be elevated, and then that puts Tio in the position of being able to assert his mandatory sentence, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That makes the most sense, I think, for him, and that could be his way of trying to make a splash in another division. I think that makes the most sense. I really do hope. I mean, I really do hope there's a point where Tank comes up in fights Tio. I think that would just be a real fun matchup, man. I think that's just a real interesting matchup. Yeah, that's what I hope to see, man. I want to see Tio against some of his contemporaries that were coming up in the lightweight division around his time. I want to see more of that at 140 personally. But yeah, the Brian Norman fight, I think that's a hot fight. That's a hot fight too.
How you
Well,
feel like it's your
I'm
time?
curious, Mess. What do you think, man?
What
What
do you
would you
feel
like
it's
to
your
see
time?
next for him?
For Tio?
Yeah, for Tio.
I like both of those options. I mean, a third option would be Isak, but Isak
Facts,
fights
yeah.
August 3rd, so we'll see where Atlas Sheik wants him to go after that. But yeah, I like Isak at 40. I like Matias at 40 still. I don't care about
I'm
a
with that.
loss. Tio
Yeah,
Matias next, maybe back in Puerto Rico, just to give Tio some more exposure. But that's the
yeah.
bell, champ. I got Laugh Out
All right,
Loud
shout
Pillow.
out.
Oh boy, who is this? Hello?
Yo,
Yes, who's this?
it's LOL Pillow. LOL Pillow. But I ain't no troll. I'm trying to talk on the subject. We got start off with Tio, man, because when Tio was young and on his way up, that's like around the time I like when Tio entered boxing, that's when I entered boxing as a fan. And like it's kind of sad seeing what happened to his career, bro, because like he was on such a high trajectory and then he just fell off, bro. Like, and I think it all comes down to like when he was going through that mental health stuff. Cause T.O., bro, he ain't been the same since. Like, and then his dad too. Like his dad used to be right there front of the show with T.O. and like bro was damn near like Bill Haney. Like he had the sauce, the swag. You know what I'm saying? And like he always vouched for his son and shit. And that's over. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen T.O. Senior. Or I ain't heard bro talking forever, bro. And that was a big part of T.O.'s brand. Like his dad played a big ass role because his dad was funny as hell, bro. And then T.O., this man, he got the gift over Sandor Martin. And then he got another gift, you know what I'm saying, against Jermaine Ortiz. So it's kind of like I don't really see him. I know he has a good resume, but when you actually break down those wins and those losses with the Cambosis loss, it's like bro's career is kind of going downhill, and uh it goes back to top rank, you know what I mean? He got to get out of top rank, maybe go to Eddie or somebody that would actually push. Because man, Tio's kind of falling off. He was a big ass fucking. He could have been the next. Is Tio like Puerto Rican or some shit? Nigga look Puerto Rican, but
Nah,
he
he
got that
Honduran.
Latin.
Honduran.
Is he what is
Honduran.
Honduran?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay, but they almost seem Puerto Rican, like his dad too, like the way they kind of talk, like the accent. So I wouldn't be surprised if what I'm saying they get a lot of support from Puerto Rico, stuff like that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to do a little rant on T.O. about how bro disappointed me now. But it's all good. Shout out to T.O.
All
And
right,
yeah,
champ.
man, stay up.
For sure. Appreciate you for calling in. Let's see what we got. That looks like it's a wrap. Catch me tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern for another one. Peace.